So as a death doula, I talk to people all the time about grief, about ways to process grief. And ahead of Earth Day, I'm thinking about how that translates into grief for our planet. I hear from lots of people who almost feel like this kind of grief over what's happening to our environment is almost like disenfranchised grief. Like it's not as acceptable, I guess, for people to mourn what's happening out loud. And that just any kind of silence and shame just makes the grief that we feel that much worse. So some people ask about different rituals and things we can do that might help, especially if we feel stuck in our grief, to work through it. And so here are two rituals my students, my readers, my clients can do to process the grief that they feel, that we all feel over ecological loss. And one is called I've heard it called the witnessed lament. So you would find a natural place like a forest or a shoreline, even your backyard or balcony, and spend time in quiet presence with it. If it feels aligned, you can then speak out loud or write what you're grieving, specifically if it's a species or a glacier or a childhood landscape. The act of naming loss rather than holding it inside as an abstract anxiety, but naming it out loud, it moves grief through the body. Some people might also feel called to make a small offering, like pressing seeds into the soil, leaving water for birds. It's not really a fix, but it can be a gesture of just continued devotion to what is still here with us. The other thing that I've been thinking about is called the Council of All Beings. I didn't develop this. I didn't develop any of these. I pick up on them from different teachers over the years. This one was developed by Joanna Macy and John Seed as part of their work. And this ritual involves people temporarily speaking as a non-being or a different kind of being, like a river or a wolf. If you're back where I come from in Florida, a coral reef, maybe a species going extinct. But then in a group, participants take turns voicing what that being has witnessed and what it asks of us. This ritual can do something about and kind of almost transform the numbness that we feel from thinking about ecological collapse in kind of an abstract way, and it opens grief that has been frozen in that abstract way. It can be done in small groups or by ourselves with really little or no participation. Both of these rituals work on the same principle. And as a doula, a death doula, I can confirm that grief needs witness, specifically. It needs witness and embodiment to move. Otherwise, it just kind of calcifies in despair. So the goal for us on Earth Day, or any time of the year, really, when we're feeling this grief, it isn't about feeling better necessarily. Because I don't think any of us are going to feel better about what's happening. But it's to help ourselves feel it fully enough so that it can motivate us rather than make us feel paralyzed. I hope that helps. Happy Earth Day to everyone.